G'day guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Justin. In today's upload, I'm going to be discussing my final thoughts on the Bubble Magus MiniQ protein skimmer that I've had running for just about a year on my Waterbox Mini Peninsula. I did a small unboxing of this skimmer and a little performance review quite a while back, and there was a lot of interest in it, so I thought I'd do a final follow-up just to give you guys my thoughts on the skimmer and how it's been running so far. So as you can see in the shot, it's developed quite a bit of coralline algae over the past year, and I will have to say it has affected the performance a little bit of late, but prior to that, I can't really say much negative things about the skimmer. It has been running pretty exceptionally well, and the skimmate that it produces for such a small pump size is quite phenomenal, to be honest with you guys. It's a low wattage USB powered skimmer, only using I believe about 2 watts of power, which is incredibly efficient for a skimmer, or obviously something that's going to be running 24/7. And the skimmate that small pump produces is quite good, as you can see on screen as well. That bubble production, even after not being cleaned for over 10 months, is pretty good. So a couple of things I'm going to talk to you guys about the skimmer just to keep in mind, and to I guess have it performing at its optimum, is to make sure you have it a little bit above the water level, in my opinion. So there's a sticker that comes with the skimmer which has it set at a recommended water level, and I would recommend actually keeping above that for a dry skim. You can keep it below, but what you might get is extremely wet skimmate, and what you'll find is because the collection cup is so small, it means you're going to be changing the skimmer cup fairly often. If you do have a drain line draining into something, that will make it a little bit easier for you guys as well, but I know a lot of people won't have that because it can look a little bit ugly coming off the side of the tank. What I would also recommend you guys do is have the skimmer run on the same plug as your return pump or as your wave maker. So what you can do is, or what you'll find is, feeding things like Reefer, frozen foods, supplementing while having the skimmer on will cause it to freak out. Some skimmers react better than others, and unfortunately, this skimmer does tend to go a bit berserk when those foods are fed. So what I'd recommend is having them on the same plug. So if you guys are doing some manual dosing or feeding, when you turn the return pump off, it also turns off the skimmer. Here you can see I'm doing a little bit of a clean as well on the skimmer. Big part of doing the once over is obviously getting the skimmer performing back to when I took it out of the box. And you can see that's also the sort of skimmate that it can produce over time. But yeah, basically what I'm doing is cleaning the cup, I'm pulling it apart, I'm going to take the impeller out and show you guys how it looks. But I'm very impressed with this skimmer, considering the fact that I haven't cleaned it for over 10-11 months since I basically took it out of the packaging. I have cleaned the skimmer cup obviously, but I haven't touched any of the internals or the pump itself, and that will sort of wear down your performance over time. So I would recommend cleaning it sooner than I did, but nevertheless the performance did not dip down too much. Alright guys, so that's the skimmer. I'm going to pop it in here and basically use a bit of magic stuff called citric acid. It's supposed to be better than vinegar, because apparently vinegar can swell all your magnets and stuff like that. So just going to use a bit of that citric acid bath. Going to turn it on in there, and then I'm going to clean off some of the coralline algae. Alright guys, so I just poured the citric acid into the bucket. I've also popped my wave maker in there. You can see the coralline algae is crystallized over basically the whole unit. I can't even open it up. So I'm just going to turn both of them on, and I'll check back in a couple of hours and show you how we went. Alrighty, so I've got the skimmer and the wave maker cleaned up fairly nicely. You will see there's a little bit of remnants of coralline algae on the interior of that plate, as well as some sort of nastiness, but that will get cleared up over the next couple of days, as you'll see in the clips coming up. But what more can I say about the skimmer? There isn't much more to say in terms of how it performs. As I've already stated, it definitely will skim out stuff, and it will produce a good amount of skimmate and bubble production. There isn't a lot of skimmers in this sort of range of being, on that nano side. You will get smaller skimmers, but I feel like the profile of this particular skimmer is quite unique. And here I'm just turning the skimmer on after its final clean, and you can see the bubble production is instantly doubled, quadrupled what it was before, which is really good. And I'm just fine-tuning the skimmer so it doesn't overflow, which is another thing to keep in mind. The fine-tune adjustments work extremely well. I would also like to mention that the skimmer is whisper quiet. Even after not cleaning it for so long, it did not produce any noise or things like that. Alright, so it's been about 5 days since I completed the citric acid bath on the Magus MiniQ protein skimmer. If you guys are familiar with cleaning protein skimmers, you will see that every time you do clean it, it will sort of reset the time that it takes to actually skim out properly, because the skimmer does develop a bit of slime on the walls that help the bubbles transport and export the nutrient to the top and out into the collection cup. So that's starting to work its way back in finally. It did skim quite a bit as soon as I turned it on, and then it sort of slowed down for a bit. But I'm happy to report that the bubble production is back underway after that deep clean. It did sort of slow down after a bit, obviously because of the lack of cleaning on the skimmer. All right, and that's my long-term review and update for the Magus MiniQ protein skimmer. If you did make it this far in the video, I really greatly appreciate it, guys. And all the feedback and comments that I get, I well and truly appreciate that. Final thoughts on the skimmer: I absolutely 100% recommend it. It cost me about 115 Australian dollars, and I bought it from one of my local fish shops. In the US, UK, Europe, will probably be about half the cost of that. You might even find it a little bit cheaper here and there. It's a USB powered low wattage skimmer that absolutely will produce skimmate in a small nano aquarium. And I reckon hats off to Magus for this particular product, because they definitely produce an awesome skimmer. So if you guys are considering one, gets a thumbs up from me. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe if you can. It goes a long way. And as always, happy reefing.